What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
UFC just had an event in Fortaleza, Brazil. UFC Fortaleza is a ESPN Plus card, headlined Marlon Moraes versus Rafael Assunção for the rematch. And I think the first one went to Assunção. It was a split decision. Of course, I immediately don't remember. Yeah, I think that was Marlon's first fight, though, in the UFC. When they first fought, coming over from like One or World Series of Fighting or something like that. But Marlon's been on a tear. I'm going to try and keep track of my picks. That way I know how if I was right or wrong coming into the recap of the episode, just so everybody knows. But I believe I chose Moraes, and he came through. He's been on a tear. It was a dominant win for him. He got the first round sub over Assunção, and it was just a dominant performance. He just looks he's hitting his stride. I want to see him aside from TJ fighting the rematch against Cejudo at 135. I definitely would like to see Moraes. I put the rematch with TJ on hold, although he has to have the belt. I don't know, man. I wouldn't mind seeing Moraes fight TJ. I'm good with that fight as well. I think I'd prefer seeing Cejudo just so they could have champion rematch just in case Moraes beats TJ. But I thought it was great. And that was the main event of the Fortaleza card. The co-main event was Jose Aldo. A lot of people wanted him to be in the main event, which makes more sense. But I think it was good. He's at the tail end of his career. Instead of fighting a 5-round fight, fight a 3-round fight. He knows he's almost done. So, and it was a good win for Aldo. He looked great, and he did his signature running out of the cage, which is different than what Khabib did. He went to go celebrate versus Khabib went to go be evil outside. He wanted to fight fire with fire. Like, you can't be an asshole to me. I'm going to be an asshole to you. That's not what Jose Aldo did. He jumped the fence and went to go celebrate with his fans and I'm sure family and shit. But it was a good win for him. Got him hurt in the second round and just swarmed him. It was just, it's how he does. He's a great Jose Aldo, and tons of respect from other fighters like Max Holloway, who's always shown him utmost respect. Considers him the pound-for-pound best, even though, Max Holloway's destroyed him twice. But great win for Aldo over, an up-and-coming Renato Moicano, which, we'll see him. We'll see him come back. I'm sure maybe there was some nerves going in. You fight a legend, sometimes you get nervous. Before that was Damian Maia, another guy in his later career. Didn't get a punch. Was able to get a hold of Lyman Good and get it to the ground. And it was just, once he got a hold of his leg and got a hold of him, it was just a matter of time before he ended up getting the back. And Lyman had him on his back and was, kind of carrying him for a while. But Maia shut him down, man. Shut him down with rear naked choke. And he tied Bisping, which is pretty awesome. And Bisping was the color commentator for this UFC, which I thought he did a great job. You could tell, as opposed to a lot of people that do it, like he is, when it comes to like professional or passionate, like he leans passionate more than professional, which kind of Joe Rogan does as well. When then you have DC and like Dominic Cruz, which are more professional. Not really. They don't really, DC has his moments, but I guess DC is good too. DC is great. I prefer DC for whatever reason. I have a lot more respect for DC behind the mic than in the cage. But Michael Bisping, I'm a huge fan of, and it was cool to see him interview people after the fight. I thought maybe he could work on that a little bit, but it's his first time. And I liked hearing him call the fights. I thought he was really great at calling the fights. But yeah, Maia tied him for 20 wins, which I think there's the 3-way tie. I think it's Bisping, GSP maybe and Maya, and then Cerrone has got like a few over that. But a good win for Maya. We'll see how much more fights he has. I mean, he's only lost to the top 3 guys in the division. Wrestlers he has a problem with, but most other people he will get you. Johnny Walker shut down Justin Ledet, which has been good. He's more of a boxer, super cocky kind of a guy. Doesn't always win him. I mean, I think he's done all right, but Johnny Walker just destroyed him quick. 15 seconds, almost landed an illegal kick in the fight. But which one was there? Was eye pokes in the fight, in the Oliveira fight after the Maya fight, which I just skipped over. The Oliveira versus Tamar. Tamar poked him in the eye not once but twice. Like, the first one was bad. Like, he held it in there. And that, which, after the first eye poke, respect to that referee for finally taking a point. Right when the eye poke happened, I kept yelling, take a point. I'm so tired of refs just doing warning after warning after warning. We see the replay. We all know what happened. We all see the eye poke. You got to start taking points. Start taking points. Make those fouls mean something, because they don't really mean shit. So I was glad to see that, but it didn't matter because Oliveira was pissed, and was just fighting kind of with reckless abandon. He got clipped a few times trying to go in and finish Tamar, but was able to. He had him hurt bad. And was able to get him on the ground and get a anaconda choke in. So it was a good win. Johnny Walker looked great. Interesting to see what he does in light heavyweight. Always fun to see new blood in the light heavyweight division. But top to bottom, it was a fun card. I enjoyed it. All on ESPN. I signed up for ESPN Plus, $5 a month. It's cheap. They have a lot of events on there now. It's just, fight past and that. What are you going to do? But quality-wise was amazing. The stream was amazing. Impeccable. All right, so picks for UFC 234 happening February 10th in Melbourne, Australia, headlined by Kelvin Gastelum and Robert Whittaker. Robert Whittaker, the current champion. Both guys who had fought at the lower weight class but had problems making weight and now are fighting the middleweight division, where Whittaker has defended his belt, I believe just once against Yoel. They had that rematch. But Kelvin Gastelum's been on a tear, destroying everybody. It's going to be interesting. They both have a lot of cardio. They're both good boxers. Maybe Kelvin's a little bit more of a better boxer. He's got a wrestling background. I'm going Whittaker. I think Whittaker is going to keep. I think this is going to be a crazy fight. It's going to be a crazy fight. Because both of these guys are durable as shit. I'm sure not having to cut weight helps that a lot. They're both light. They're both quick. I think it's going to be an amazing fight. But if I have to choose, I'm going Whittaker just because I could go either way. Kelvin could win it and I'd be happy, but I'm going Whittaker. Bobby Knuckles. Israel Adesanya is fighting Anderson Silva, the old version versus the new version. I got the new version all day. Israel Adesanya. Anderson is slow. He has not looked good in a long time. Yes, he can throw and catch people with crazy shit, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get past Israel. I think Israel's got it. I got Hani Yahya over Rick Simon. I got Nadia Kassem over Montana De La Rosa. And Smiling Sam Alvey over Jimmy Crook. Is that his name? But yeah, not a whole lot of big names. A lot of people from, obviously it's in Australia, so a lot of people from that side of the world. But I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. UFC 234. Yeah, so those are my picks, everybody. New episodes of this show come out every day. Subscribe everywhere podcasts are found. Binge the full week over at patreon.com/inspireddisorder. Inspireddisorder.com for all of my artwork. Over 600 paintings starting for as little as $24. At Ray Taylor for me on all social media. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!